primary that saw the emergence of Rotimi Akeredolu.
Yes.
Is it a fair process?
Yes, very fair. Very fair in my view.
And you can stand tall and talk about this as a fair exercise.
Yes.
Some of you aspirants actually pay delegates to vote for you.
A lot of that's the common practice. I didn't personally because in principle I refuse and I will continue to refuse to buy delegates. But you must understand that
Akeredolu pay to delegate.
Most of them, and with due respect, it's not just Akeredolu. Didn't Shegun Abraham pay?
Many thanks for staying with us, everyone. Well, we've been talking about Ondo State Governorship election and some of the controversies generated from the APC primary that was conducted. Let's now take a look at one person who also believed that exercise was not a free one. There are petitions written to the Party Appeals Committee. Let's take a look at what Mr. Olushaloke said. This is it right there. He said the election did not represent the true position of the delegates. The accreditation gave room for manipulation, and the whole process was laced with fraud, and the result released did not represent the true reflection of the delegates, as non-delegates were allowed to participate in the election. That's according to the campaign office of Mr. Olushaloke, the man who came third in the governorship primary. Well, we take a look at the issue now as we have an APC chieftain in Ondo State, Mr. Bola Ilori, who joins us now in the studio. Many thanks for joining us on the program.
Thank you.
You've heard a lot, I mean, from the last time we spoke about this exercise, where you were talking about how the party should go to get it right. But does it look like your party got it right this time?
No. We are still hoping to get it right, but not there yet.
But that was a process. Everybody, I mean, at least from what we heard, Senator Lasha Adura, Mr. Abayomi, Dr. Abayomi had said that was a fair process.
No, I listened to Dr. Abayomi yesterday, and I can tell you that it's more about cutting your nose to spite your face. The Dr. Abayomi people know over the years will not come here and say what he was saying yesterday.
Why?
Even when you showed him where people were rigging the election and people even were confessing, still say it's fair. The Dr. Abayomi, you know, years back will certainly not come here to say that. He's not talking out of anything. It's just to say that somebody, and he said he gave a clue to it, that there is a gang up. So it's just because he felt that, okay, this favors a particular tendency. That's why you hear him say all of those ones. If the issue of gang up is removed from it, I'm sure that the position.
When people are talking about the issue of gang up has come up over and over again in this conversation, what do they mean about gang up? Gang up against who?
I think Dr. Tunji Abayomi was the clearest of it. He was clear you asked him. I listened to the program. Is this not a gang up against Ashwaju? And he said, yes, it's a gang up for freedom. But I want to correct that. That historically, you've always had gang up against the mainstream of the Yorubaris to replace such with foreign leadership. And that is what is playing out. Historically, it has never worked. And this time too, it will never work. Historically, it has never been right. This time too, it will not be.
Everybody is a popular secret. Out there, the emergence of the candidates of the ACN that emerged into the APC now in 2012, that there was an imposition of a candidate. And that's perhaps the reason why your party lost in the election. No, because Ondo people will not allow imposition.
I've corrected that even on this program before. There is difference between imposition and endorsement. We've said that.
It looks like you are the only one that is not agreeing that your party imposed the last time.
No, that is the process. Every party adopts its own process.
When one man comes and says, this is a candidate you must run with.
That's a process for ACN, defunct ACN, not APC. That's the process there. And only one form was printed. And every aspirant that contested then were aware of the fact that that leaders of the party were going to come together and pick who they feel is the best. In Britain, you don't have primaries. The party has its mechanism for people to emerge. A government was changed even without election.
But what people would say that, because all the fingers point in the direction of your former principal, Senator Bola Tinubu, that is the man responsible for imposing candidates on the path. And in fact, you have heard people say that the emergence of Mr. Akeredolu, because people believe that Mr. Akeredolu had an issue with Senator Tinubu, and that his emergence is a winner against imposition in the state.
No. The emergence, I don't want to be here to be attacking Mr. Akeredolu. That's not the issue. His emergence is based on fraud, but that is not just about him. It's about a process.
What do you mean by fraud?
You showed a number of clips.
But we saw the visual of people going there to vote.
Yes.
And that's a fraud. Where we saw them queue up, and one after the other they were putting the ballot into the boxes.
Delegates were the only people that are supposed to vote, not non-delegates. And so many non-delegates voted in the last election. And I'm sure you have the clips of where non-delegates were seen actually voting. And there is this case of the woman you showed yesterday.
All right, let's quickly show that woman, because we need to put facts to the issues of a woman who claims, one of those people who claim that they were actually paid to vote or to be a delegate in that election, and some people say they are not members of the party. Okay, let's quickly hear from that woman, then we'll come and take a look at this.
That's a woman.
The cafeteria owner came to me and said that there was a business outside, that they are looking for people who can go and vote for them. So who are those people? So the people that are working for Kitty. They are giving out money. How much is that? They said it's 10,000 naira. What? If they show they can protect us, I will follow you. The woman approached me, then they said we should enter into a box. I entered that bus, and they gave us 10,000 naira. But what other identification are we going to show when we get there? They said we should not worry, that they will provided us the tag that is meant for the people that were voting.
Every one of us shared the tag. Even the one they gave me was already torn. Seems about 2-3 people have used it already. So I have to find a way of putting a hole on the tag, and I'll hang it on my neck. So then the women were not allowed to queue. I asked us to just go in like that. And I asked them, when we get to at the entrance of the place, I asked them, do we need anything to present? They said no. That I said about our voters card, they said they don't need it, so we dropped everything, even my phone and everything, just went in there. Then when we entered the place, they asked us to hold the tag like this, the delegate tag, that we should hold it like this, so which we did. And then later, they now collected it from one and gave a ballot paper. Then I voted.
There on your screen is what Mr. Ilori will be talking to us about. That woman was one of the fake delegates, and he's there to brought a visual to prove that. Well, now, when this is an interview conducted by Channels Television, but if you go into the hall where this woman was said to have voted, well, I will show you this woman right there. So, Mr. Ilori, you were saying that this woman is a non-delegate. We've heard this.
That's the woman in green. The woman that just spoke now is a woman in green voting. You can see her putting ballot inside that, and that's her strolling. And anybody who is not a delegate is not even supposed to be in that hall, not to talk of voting.
So people were paid.
She confessed to that.
But we heard the governor of Jigawa State, who was the chairman, a lot of people had said that exercise was free, people were accredited properly, and all of that. So you mean this woman is not a delegate, is not a member of your party?
She has confirmed to you that she is not a delegate. She is not, and it's for anybody to now go and bring her name on the delegate list of APC in Ondo State. She is not the only one. You will even ask that, how did we manage to get this woman?
How did you manage to get her?
Wonderful. They don't, because they were in a hurry to recruit people to go and vote.
Okay. Just we need to go on this break. Yeah. We'll come back, and he's going to explain more to us on this matter and how he believed that exercise was rigged.